But when you out there running and you get like the last like 400 meters and there's people lined up, like you like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Matter of fact, I think I walked up to the last one. I was trying to catch you. You was way out in front of me. When I got to that corner, I was like, I know where the people are.
Turned it on.
Man, I turned it on.
Selfish.
It's everything.
Selfish.
I got the same medal you got. Participation.
I ain't on my grind ever since day one. One and only mission is to get the job done. Love in first place, but I'm never on the run. Let them throw shade, never hide from the sun. Lord have mercy on my soul indeed. In this life of greed, you be all I need.
Make sure you follow us at Always Ready Online on Instagram and Always Ready on Facebook. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just hit the button, hit the like button, leave a comment. So that we can make sure we're doing what we need to do to entertain and invite you into our living rooms, baby.
The website, you forgot the website, man. AlwaysReadyOnline.com is where we at on the web as well, man. Everything is right there. Blah.
Nice.
Hey, yeah.
So as soon as you walked in today, you were like, man, I pulled an all-nighter. I mean, I don't believe you, but because I know you like sleep.
All night long.
But come on, what you working on, man? What you got for us?
Do I look tired?
Nah, man.
You see the bags in the mind?
Nah.
Nah, man. I've been going in, man. You know, this time of reflection that we've had some time to really just get in your bag, you know. And one of the things, man, that has come across. It's hit me different, man. I've been excited about what we've been doing, what we're creating on this platform. Everybody tuning in, tapping in with us, man. A part of this movement, the Always Ready movement. And I've been so excited about this, and really kind of took me to a piece of this whole soul searching. And we talked about this on one of our live trainings last week, and I was just putting it out in just under raw emotion, but it was the fact of, like, I've been so intrigued about like this landscape and what we're doing and building this movement, going all in on it, like learning new tricks and learning different ways. Like, I'm in this learning phase right now, right? Like, you know, we've been so busy just going and doing, right? And this period of kind of just sitting down has put me back in like a learning phase. And so I'm just excited to learn new things and new tricks and stuff that's out there. And so I'm in this learning piece, man, and I've been going all in, like, on this digital landscape, right? I see where it's at. And the crazy thing is I'm not really like this huge digital guy. Like, social media really wasn't my thing. Like,
I remember.
But
you had like an Instagram account like last year.
Right. I just added. That's why I only got like 800 followers. Man, follow me, man, so I get my followers up. But, you know, it hasn't been my thing. And so, like, I know digital platforms is gonna be here. It ain't going nowhere, right? It's not a fad. Like, the things that we're doing online, how you even listening to this or watching this. And so for me, I've always kind of like put it off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'll get to it, or that's not really my thing. And so anyway, I've been in this learning phase and I've been learning about it. And it intrigued me so much that, like, I've just been like going all in. It's kind of, you know what I mean, the way I described it. But what it allowed me to do was kind of reflect, and I verbally said to myself, I was like, yo, I want to like master this. Yeah. Like, I want to become the best that I can be. You know what I mean? And I had to really think about it. I started thinking, I was like, yo, when is the last time that I actually like said that? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we commit and we do a bunch of stuff and we go all, like, we 100%. But I had to, like, when is the last time I like truly deep down verbally said, yo, I'm going all in. Like, I want to master this. I don't want to just survive. I don't want to be okay at it. I don't want to be average. I don't want to do just enough to make just enough money. Like, I want to go all in on this thing, man. And just that self-reflecting, it took me back a minute, like back to college. I remember college, and we talked about this on the show. Like, my last year in college, I made a commitment. I verbalized it. I was like, yo, I want to be the best football player that I can be. And of course, you know, the outcome was great. But I had to look back at a lot of the things that I've done, and even though I feel like I've been in it 100%, I've never really made that commitment of going all in. And so this whole piece, man, I just encourage, you know, if you listen to this, if you watching this, like, take some, like, what are you going all in for? Like, what is it that you want to be the best at? And I honestly feel like if you think about that, if you honestly think about that, it'd take you to a place where you like, man, I just been kind of like treading. I ain't really took a deep dive. You know what I mean? Now, of course, some people, but I ain't really took a deep dive, man. And so go all in. You got to figure out something. And it's okay if you don't have that right now, right? Like if you don't have that in front of you, but at some point, right? We always talk about, you know, being intentional. Like at some point, you got to have that yearning desire. If you want to be good, if you want to be great,
if you want to be great,
not just good. If you want to be great, if you want to be average, then you know probably just keep doing what you're doing. But man, if you want to be great, you got to figure out, yo, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in.
As long as we're not talking about swimming, I don't get in that deep end, bro. I'm
going
straight.
all in the 12.
Done. No, that's good. That's good word, man. I mean, thinking about it, we've talked about it, but you know, outside of football, I mean, you talking professionally, right? I mean, if you got married, you went all in, like I'm committed, right?
Yeah.
But you know, professionally.
No. I'm playing, man. Yeah, absolutely.
But no, like professionally, just going all in, being the best. And I think you said it just, I mean, like if you want to be average, man, like, all right, cool, just go through the motions. But if you want to be great,
but even that, think about it, like even that, even your relationships, right? Like, yeah, I'm just doing things unconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you said, yo, I want to be the best dad I can be? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the best, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just doing it because we, you know, this is what we're supposed to be doing, and we may be doing good at it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, do we have that burning desire to master it, right? Because if you're trying to master how to be a good husband, like you're gonna be reading stuff, right? You're gonna be trying new things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing just to live, but it's another thing to like try to master it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we're gonna put that on a t-shirt, go all in?
I mean, go all in. I know there's some stuff out there, all in challenges, some things out there right now, but I mean, for me, that was just a moment, man. So I've been like sleepless nights, dog. Like it's been crazy. I don't know when the last time I was up for like 48 hours, man. Like sleep deprived now. Now I'm just falling. I might fall asleep when it's set.
You like them dudes and you ever seen them videos, man? When people go on the roller coasters.
No.
And like they get on the roller coasters and they be, you know,
wait
a minute, no, they get on the roller coaster, they get to the top, and then like they like, please no, and then they're like, ah,
they pass out.
Ah!
They pass out. I ain't seen no video.
Completely, like screaming. Then wake up and like the person next to them just laughing, right? Because they go in and out. That's good, man.
Hey, yeah.
One of the things in national headlines has been about Ahmaud Arbery, black gentleman in Georgia who was killed by two white men in a suburban neighborhood. And there's been a lot of uproar and conversation and some marching and protesting and a lot of different conversations. But I'm not even going to go at it that way and from that angle. I think there's a lot of people that are probably more equipped to be able to answer the details and have a different opinion based on their personal experiences and what it means to them. But I want to just kind of think of it just from a humanity standpoint and humane standpoint. Like a mother lost her son, right? Came off of Mother's Day. And a mother lost her son, but just being thankful, man, just really appreciating life. And, you know, we talk about a lot of things, win the day, every day is a gift, tomorrow's not promised, but just being thankful that you have life. And the sensitivity should be a little bit higher in regards to just honoring everyone's life and just, you know, forget the arguing and what needs to change, but just being thankful that your family is safe and that you have a life and you have an opportunity to voice your opinion. But just being thankful, man, I think it's one of those fundamentals, and having gratitude just for life is something that's often overlooked. You know, we say that, don't take life for granted. But in moments like this, we forget, like, hey, let's just, the humanity part of it, man, like be thankful for today. Be thankful that you have life. With COVID-19 here, you know, many people have lost their lives. And I've heard that argument as well. Like, well, it's not that many people dying in the grand scheme of things, but if that one person is your cousin or your uncle or your grandmother, it impacts you tremendously. And so, just a reminder to people, just be thankful, make the most out of every opportunity that you have to walk in your purpose, use your position and use your platform to make a difference. All right. And then really just try and figure out a way to be a part of the solution and not the problem.
That's good, man. Yeah. Shouts out to everyone impacted, man, and affected by all the negativity. You know what I mean? That's going on, black, white, different. I mean, you know what I mean? Just across the board, right? There's so much violence, man. There's so much going on. And so, you got to respect those folks, man, who are dealing with it, who are, primarily impacted, to the mothers, to the fathers, to the brothers, to the cousins, to family. But across the board, as you mentioned, man, there's got to be a solution. Got to be a solution, man, part of the solution.
I think also one of the positive things, I guess, that came out of it is he passed on February 23rd. And so what people have been doing to kind of honor his memory in his name is going out and actually jogging, because he was jogging when this incident took place. He was jogging, and so people have been jogging approximately 2 miles, 2.23 miles to represent him. So there's a lot of people getting active from a fitness standpoint. But again, that's just something creative and something that you can do, to be a part of the legacy and the memory of being a part of the solution.
Hey, yeah.
All right, it was Mother's Day weekend. All right, what'd you do Saturday night that's appropriate for TV? What'd you do, man? Saturday night. What you watch? You watch anything?
I'm glad you phrased that. I was about to. I didn't know if you want the PG version or the rated R.
Nah, PG.
Man, Saturday night, I probably was grinding, man. I probably was working.
Right.
I was working. I was getting prepared for Sunday, man. I was up actually Saturday night. I was grinding. What you do?
UFC, baby. UFC. So Dana White, who is like 9% owner of UFC, I saw
they had a UFC thing. I thought it was like a rerun. It was a real situation?
It was a real fight, real situation. First of all, Dana White is brilliant because he's like the best promoter ever. I didn't realize he had like 9% stake in like UFC when they sold it a couple years for like $4 billion. He got like $600 million or something crazy off of it. So he's chilling. He's good to go. Mm-hmm. All right. But they decided they went through whatever they had to do, the gaming commission, all these different people that they got to talk to get this UFC fight. And so they got the UFC fight done. They had to test every athlete, every trainer. They did like 1,200 some tests. And I guess like one of the fighters actually before the fight tested positive for the coronavirus. They had to send him home. Bro, you got to go. And then they had a couple other trainers too. They sent home all his people. They sent all his people home. But they have this UFC. Now, it's nothing else on TV right now. So the pay-per-views are through the roof, right? Mm-hmm. So you got more people tuned in and locked in than normal. And they also show the pre-card on ESPN. So they rope you in, watch the free, and then all the big fights is on TV. Mm. So as I'm watching though, I'm watching these fighters. They come to the ring. So
hold on, was you a UFC fan? Like, have you been a UFC fan?
Actually, the last 2 months, the last 2 years, I actually bought one when Conor was fighting a couple months ago. Mm. Conor McGregor was fighting. So I've been kind of getting into it. It's actually not bad. Like, I mean, especially if you watch the free ones first. That's how I'm telling you.
It's not bad. The free ones will get you.
That's how they rope you in. They walk to the same thing set up. But what's interesting though is there's obviously no fans. Mm-hmm. So you got the cornermen, the people on your team, and then you got the people around the ring, the media that they need, camera people, and then the people calling the fight. But these fighters get in the ring and they fighting, there's no crowd. And you can hear the blows, like somebody got his orbital bone fractured, you know what I mean? Blood everywhere. But you can hear the corner people talking to him during the fight, every kick to the face and all that, just all the part about violence in this sport that people love, you right up
magnified.
On it.
So that's interesting, kind of like.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was crazy, right? So like, it was a couple fighters actually said the commentators were talking about them fighting and giving them tips on what they could do because they were on the broadcast, and the fighters was like, man, I could hear him. I'm about to change up. And them two fighters won. They said they changed in the middle of the fight. But the most interesting piece was that it was just no fans. and they blacked out everything except what was on the inside. And so then I started thinking about, while you was working, I was working from a different standpoint because my mind was going crazy. But I was like, what would it be like, to play football without fans or to play basketball without fans? We do it every day in practice, but you actually look forward to performing in front of people. Yeah. But I really started to think about why we do what we do. And do we do it for applause? Do we do it for accolades? Do we do it for an audience? Or do we do it just because we want to become the best we could possibly be? And when we have a specific talent and the ability to do something better than somebody else, our motives matter at that point in time. Like, am I on Instagram taking pictures and are you being motivational? Am I being motivational just to get some follows and some likes? Or are we really trying to change lives? And so in any profession, if you're doing it for people and not doing it for purpose, you probably shouldn't be doing it. You should probably figure out something that you can do, like be a comedian, right? Where I need to make the audience laugh, because these fighters in the ring, they fighting for their livelihoods. They fighting for legacy. All of these years and months of training that they put in to fight, and there's no crowd. So now all of a sudden they got to figure out, how am I going to be self-motivated? Like, I got to come to this ring. I'm getting in this ring and I got to fight. So how much do I love what I do, or do I love what I get from what I do? And that's the big thing. So when I'm watching these people fight, like, this ain't basketball where we just playing like your life is on the line, right? People bloody and all that stuff. I know the controversy right now is with football and should they come back and play in front of stands. But you hear it all the time, like, man, we play for the fans and we play for this. And I understand the entertainment value, but if you really love the sport, you'll go hard no matter what. And I think that's what you learn as being the underdog. Like, it's not even about who watching. Like, I got to go out and do my job no matter what. And so the UFC fight taught me that, man. And I also figured out that if I was a UFC fighter, I ain't fight without no fans.
Gotta have the fans.
Got to, man.
I mean, like,
it's crazy.
Would you play football without no fans?
See, to me, that's just a practice. We talking about practice.
But do you feel like you could perform at your best if you don't have, like, you know what I mean?
I think it would be extremely hard, right? Because that crowd noise and the way that you feel, how I feel.
It's just energy, man. Everything feeds off energy, adrenaline.
We used to run out to the stadium at the shoe.
Think about it, like, like when you had that energy, it gives you, like, when you think you tired, boom, I can feed off of that. Like, everything, like you said to you, is magnified. So if you tired and you huffing, you can hear your breath. You know what I mean? You gonna be like, I can't. Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's like running the 5K. I'm not a big time runner. We ran in the 5K probably about 6-7 months ago.
Doing your own thoughts.
When you by yourself and you just running, you could quit and be like, man, I'm about to just walk for a couple steps. But when you out there running and you get like the last 400 meters and there's people lined up, like, you like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Matter of fact, I think I walked up to the last one. I was trying to catch you. You was way out in front of me. When I got to that corner, I was like, I know where the people are.
Turned it on.
Man, I turned it on.
Selfish.
It's everything.
Selfish.
I got the same medal you got. Participation.
Hey, yeah.
But I like, man, I like the fact that we get an opportunity. Obviously, man, it's Mother's Day, man. It's like, man, she birthed you, man. You get an opportunity to, whoever it may be, right? Like, whoever the moms are deserve to be given significant recognition on that day. And, obviously it happens annually, but you get an opportunity to say, hey, like, I appreciate what you're doing if I haven't shown you, and you get a chance to recognize them. I'm real big on making sure you try and recognize people, like, at least weekly or you know what I mean? Like, just give us something. But just kind of to stay from a trend standpoint, you get an opportunity to say thank you, and a lot of different things you can express, man. It's mom, man. You know what I mean? Mother.
Well, yeah, man, I went in for my wife. Obviously, that's the mother of my kids, man. And, try to, listen, I'm not like super big on like, I want to show you my, affection. I want to show you my appreciation. I'm not super big on going like all the way out on any of these holidays, right. At for this point. Like, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it close to what what it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Mothers, man, they just want to feel that love, want to feel they respected and appreciated. They do so much, they sacrifice so much. So my daughter, we got a chance to make her a card. That was really probably her first. She just now learned how to write. You know what I mean? So that was her first homemade card.
You know, she could do the D's right because you had the whole day of D's writing the D's.
The D, yeah.
So she got the D in Mother's Day.
She actually straight, like A, B, C, D. She knows Z. She's good in.
She skipped the rest.
And then she like draw a G. Upside down, back, but now she's like, man, I can do it, Dad. But anyway, man, we got her a homemade Mother's Day card, which was pretty dope. And then I cook, man. My tradition is I try to cook for my wife every Mother's Day. Right. You know what I mean? And so here's the deal.
Okay, talk to me. I need these tips.
Because one day.
Someday.
One day.
Someday. Is that a holiday?
I know somebody.
Is that a holiday?
I know somebody.
Hey man, how come like grandmothers always trying to like put you on with somebody that they know in their church? I know a young lady that I can. Hey, no, thank you.
But I was so I tried to cook
the same perfume that I wear. Grandma, no, not
same. Come on, man. I'm trying to tell you what I cook, man.
What you make,
Look, man. So I was my wife loves steak. And so I'm not really like a huge steak buyer. So that's kind of like our aim, like, all right, I'm gonna make a steak on Mother's Day. But it's been a beef situation. Like the beef is scarce right now.
I thought you meant you had a problem with her. I thought you was like beef.
Nah, not beef like that. I mean like a beef in the store. You know what I mean? You can't find beef. So man, anyway, it was a struggle. So I just went all seafood. Now I know you don't like seafood, so this is probably not gonna be appealing to you.
No, not at all.
Man, we had some crab legs, some shrimp, some crab cakes.
Nice.
Had some salad, potatoes, some Brussels sprouts with onions.
That sounds like 1,800 calories.
Man, we had a lot. Man. We had a lot of food, man.
You work out today?
We smashed. No, I ain't work out today. Anyway, man, shout out to the mothers, man. Shout out to the mothers.
There you go.
Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend. And Father's Day is coming up.
Yeah, it's like
Father's Day is coming up. What's happening? What's happening, mothers?
Ain't no songs about the daddy. What's the songs about the daddy? Who was the comedian that said the only song they made was Papa was a Rolling Stone? Was that Chris Rock? He's the only one, man.
There's got to be some songs about. Well, anyway, man, we don't get that respect. We don't get that respect. It's all good though, man.
30 days and counting.
What do you want? What do you want for Father's? Like, what is your Father's Day situation like? Just give me some quiet. Just give me some peace and quiet.
Just leave me alone. That's what they want. June, we get some football on, maybe some spring ball in June. I don't know. We missed it. I don't know. Yeah, I have to make a list. Figure it out. You know what I want? I want my weight equipment to be delivered, man. I'm not gonna say the name of the company that I ordered from the beginning of March, but you know who you are, bro. You holding everybody's order up from us getting swole in the living room. That's what I want.
That's what you want for Father's Day?
Yeah, I want the delivery to happen. That's what I want.
There it is.
I don't know. So It's good, man. It's good.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, man, you watched The Last Dance yet? Like the latest episodes.
Listen, I'm trying to come and catch you, man, and get caught up. I don't know why you want to ask me about The Last Dance.
How many total?
Every show,
how many
you want to talk about The Last Dance, and I keep telling you, I'm behind.
How many total episodes is it?
How many is it in the series?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
What number they on now?
I guess 8. Are they on 8?
You just gonna guess?
I think it's 8.
It's 8.
All right, so they went 8.
Best number. This is the best number anyway.
I'm 4. I'm 4 in. I gotta watch. See, look, you probably can watch 2 at a time.
All right.
I can only watch 1.
Hey man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, it comes on at like 9 o'clock. Right. That's like
it comes on again at midnight though.
All right. Well. All right. Listen.
And it's on ESPN.
All right.
Plus.
So listen, I might not have no excuses. Is what I guess you're saying, but I'm not there yet, right? So like I'm getting up to there. So
last night, let me give you this quick recap. So in episode 8, spoiler alert, right? In episode 8 though, 7 and 8.
So what if somebody else ain't watching? Now you just gonna give it away?
Yeah, I said spoiler alert. Spoiler.
Somebody
alert.
might unfollow us because we spoiling.
We only got 2 followers anyway. So look, my mom and whoever that person is, and you, like, you might unfollow us. We got 2 followers, you and my mom. So the last episode, 7 and 8, pretty much talked about Michael Jordan's like mindset, competitive edge. Dude even got emotional and started crying just like, cause he was like, man, I just want to be great so bad. If you don't, like, I don't know what to tell you if you don't understand where I'm coming from. Like, he was like emotional about it. And he's like, man, I will do anything legally, obviously within the confines of the team to win. And it was just kind of all about his mindset. Like, yo, I don't care. I'm not here to make friends. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm trying to raise y'all level and y'all game to the next level. And I just thought that was like, it was so powerful because both episodes was about it, overcoming adversity. His father had got murdered and a lot of people forgot that happened. You know what I mean? Specifically, like the younger demographic that's just watching it right now, like they didn't know who Michael Jordan was, didn't realize, yo, after his third championship, his dad got killed. Then he retired.
I forgot about that.
Then went and played baseball for 16 months. Then came back and balled out, and then got another 3 championships. So it was kind of just all about like that whole competition piece and what it takes to be successful. So
I mean, and I just mentioned that whole go all in piece, right? I mean, that competitive nature, competitive edge. I mean, I'm not comparing my competitive nature to Jordan.
To Jordan.
You know what I'm saying? I'm competitive in my own right, in my own spirit, man. But it's crazy because I think when you talk about that, at the end of the day, when there's someone around you that has that, like, it's energy that feeds. And the crazy thing is, I mean, the truest example I've been seeing it lately is my daughter. Like, she is competitive as all get out. I'm like, man, I wonder where you get that from. Like, I think I might have said it before, but everything is like so competitive. You know what I mean? I got her that bike. We talked about that a couple shows ago. I was saying I'm gonna get her a bike, right? So I got her the bike. She's been riding the bike, and I was like, Dad, you want to race? Like, boom, boom, boom. And she's like fast, bro. Like, she be on the bike. I be having to like run to like keep up. You know what I'm saying? But it's that competitive nature, and I think when you have somebody like a Jordan that's around you, bringing the best out of you, man, you can't do nothing but listen. If you can't feed off of that, then you shouldn't be in the room. You shouldn't be on the team. You shouldn't be in that situation. You know what I mean? If somebody is pushing you, and I think there's a difference though. Now, I haven't watched the show, but I've been seeing how people can take it as a form of disrespect. You know what I mean? So there is a line, right? Like, not to cross, but I think when you truly understand somebody's true intentions, you know, and understand they want the best for you and of you.
So talk to me about it with you though, because like you started off on the opposite end, where you walked on Ohio State, right? Your story is awesome, and you go from being the guy that they trying to figure out how to get better, to then your senior year, you know, Thorpe Award semifinalist, one of the best DBs in the country. Now you on the other side. Now you got other DBs, freshmen, sophomores, is clowning, playing around, or whatever it may be. Like, then you turn into that person. Like what was that about? I mean, because I was on the offensive end. You know what I mean?
No, but here's the deal. Like, I don't think it didn't change. The competitiveness in me didn't change. It just got viewed differently, or, you know what I mean? Other people started now to perceive it or now see it, right? Because you get an opportunity to showcase that. Man, when I was on the practice squad, I was still out there competing, right? You know what I mean? Because just that competitiveness, and that's what got me to that opportunity to play. So I don't think, like, Jordan, I mean, it shows his backstory, how he was even competing with his brother. He was trying to compete for his dad's, you know what I'm saying, attention. Like, he was always in this competitive mode. Now it was just elevated to a platform now that, number one, like you said, you have the authority, if you will, right, or the ability to showcase it, and now people want to look at it a different way because you're on this platform. No,
that's good, man. I was watching. I mean, I love it, man, because there's so many. Like, when I'm taking notes on this thing, like it's a professor, and I got like notes of just things that obviously we can chat about or talk about or we could teach on. But there's so many different elements. But that competitive nature, I think, is just in most people, it's in them. But to take it from, we talked about it earlier in the show, like to take it from being just an average, I can go through the motions, to the good level, from the good level to the great level, and then from the great level to the elite level. And like now all of a sudden, it's a different type of situation. And MJ was like, man, I bet you this cats though, like, I bet you like LeBron and like Peyton Manning, Tiger Woods, the cats that we kind of have deemed some of the greatest of all time are probably like, yeah, I feel the exact same way, because they have something even further in them that takes them to another level. I heard Michael Jordan say it on the show. He said winners pay a different price. He said leaders pay a different price. And all I kept thinking about is just the ability to say, you know what, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get us this win. Like, I'm not going to be average. I'm not going to, you know what? I am going to be considered one of the greatest of all times. And I don't care if my teammates like me, and I don't care if they wives or family members like me. I don't even care if opposing fans or my fans like me. If we win in championships, if you win it, don't nobody care about nothing else. Yeah. And all the fighting and bickering that they had in that locker room, it was just amazing to kind of see him step up and say, you know, good is not good enough anymore. Like, we gonna go to a whole nother level, and I'm gonna take y'all with me. And if you're not coming with me, then hey, I'll fight it out with you. I'm gonna figure it out, but we gotta win this championship.
And so here's the craziness thing, right? Like, so, all right, we talked about athletes, you know what I mean, and some of these idol athletes have that perspective and competition piece and want to be the greatest. Now we say, is that transcended into other areas of your life, right? Or you so focused in that area that, you know, you may be losing out on some other areas. And I say all that to say this. When you talking about Michael Jordan, he said, yo, I want to win at all costs. And he did that.
He did.
And I look at myself, and we made to the NFL, and I take this back to the segment, you know what I mean, the piece that I was talking about is, I never said that I wanted to be the best. And playing in the National Football League, I never said I want to be the best.
Right.
I never said I want to be the best defensive back. I never said I wanted to make $10 million.
Right.
I never said that.
Right.
And so you take a guy like Michael that said it, that lives it, that breathes it, that confessed it, and then you take somebody like me that didn't get there, and is it because like I didn't go all in? You know what I mean?
Good question.
I don't know. And then you get some guys that may have said it, but still don't get there.
Right.
So now what do you do? Because their life is not documented on the big screen.
But then, like you said, it turns into, even if you can't make it and your plans don't work out the way that you thought that they were going to work out, if your mindset is the same, you can transition right into something else with that same mindset and then blow that side up and do well from the same standpoint.
And not only transition, but you still showing a level of leadership and showing somebody else, right? Even if you don't get a documentary made about you, you know what I mean? Somebody else is watching you, you know what I mean? Try to master that, and hopefully that competitive nature, man, that competitive edge will trickle on.
It goes back to why you do what you do.
Man.
You're doing it for people, you're doing it for purpose, baby.
Hey, we like philosophers.
That's good, man.
Huh? Always ready.
What's for dinner, man?
I ain't on the grind ever since day one. One and only mission is to get the job done. Love in first place, but I'm never on the run. Let them throw shade, never hide from the sun. Lord have mercy on my soul indeed. In this life of greed, you be all I need. Grateful for the truth, that's you and I see. Skies clear blue like UNC. Hey, got it out the mud, my life.